Hypixel, the largest, most successful server of all time, not just in Minecraft, but of the gaming industry as a whole. With 4 Guinness World Records, an estimated net worth of over 50 million, a player count peaking at over 100,000 players at once, this server is nothing short of an empire. But it wasn't always that way. Hypixel started as a small group of friends creating adventure maps all the way back in 2012. On June 14th of 2012, the official Hypixel YouTube channel was created according to Simon himself. Just 6 days later, the team began pumping out new maps, traps, and tournaments to the public. By September, the famous Hypixel forums were released. In October, Hypixel had received 50,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel, and they released 100,000 the next month. It was not until November of the same year that Hypixel began to truly become a massive figure in the Minecraft community with the release of their Herobrine's Mansion adventure map. New games like Quickcraft and Zombies Apocalypse were coming out. After this release though, the YouTube channel started to go a bit quiet. Instead of the normal monthly upload, there were 3 months without any updates. Well, on April 13th of 2013, Hypixel officially released the Hypixel server to the public, starting with a measly 500 player slots and 2 games, Boast Belief and Quickcraft. By the end of the month, the player slots had tripled to 1,500. Hypixel's server slowly rose to the top with new games like Paintball, Blitz Survival, TNT Run, TNT Wizards, and the widely anticipated Vampire Z and Mega Walls, ending the year with a record of nearly 12,000 players on at once. While Hypixel was working on releasing the server, another group was working in the background, starting their website, creating minigames, and more. On May 24th of 2013, Mineplex was finally released with their Castle Siege minigame, and throughout the next months, the server list of games grew more and more. Throughout the remaining months of 2013, and by the end of the year, Mineplex and Hypixel became rivals, constantly trading places back and forth in terms of popularity and racing each other to new game modes. At the end, Mineplex came out on top, but was suspected to be using bots to fake the player count and steal ideas and games from Hypixel. Without many new videos, the channel's growth was still incredible, and Hypixel had hit 400,000 subscribers by the end of 2013. 2014 was a rather calm year for Hypixel compared to the past. Of course, new games are still being released, including UHC Champions, more party games, Cops and Crims, and even the first mention of Hypixel's non-Minecraft game, Hytale. A disagreement broke out on Twitter between several parties, one of which was a Minecraft developer concerning server donations and buying items and perks from the server stores. 8 days later, on June 12th, the confusion was put to an end when Mojang released a blog post on the rules for hosting and monetizing servers. The list of changes and reminders that any item or perk that affects gameplay regardless of whether there are free alternatives is 100% disallowed on servers. Vanity tokens, kits, perks, and classes all disappear from the store. Although Hypixel did a great job handling the EULA changes, it was still a huge loss of income for the server. Just over 2 weeks later, on February 8th, the website was changed once again, but with way more updates. The leaderboards were completely revamped with a search feature and more detailed stats for every player on the server. On April 30th, the forums were updated one last time to a design that we see today. Hypixel's data is still being used from 2015. Hypixel definitely had many new changes now, with 12 new games including Build Battle, Housing, and Skywars. Minecraft 1.7 support was dropped for the newer 1.8 and 1.9 versions, which can still be used to join the server today. Throughout 2015, there was an undercover server created by Hypixel known as Project Bladestorm, and it was Hypixel's first public attempt at expanding outside of Java Edition. Many more YouTubers started publishing hundreds and hundreds of videos on the server, eventually leading to the server to a player base of over 400,000 unique players. After Hypixel's Pocket Edition was officially announced, the server blew up even more. The player count was regularly hitting over 10,000 or 20,000 online players. Bladestorm was a massive success, making waves throughout not just the Minecraft Pocket Edition, but the Java community and even servers outside of Minecraft. Entering 2016, Hypixel had finally taken over as the biggest server on Minecraft. On January 11th, while Mineplex was a few thousand below, that same day, Hypixel released a game called Smash Heroes. It had a completely custom texture pack to go along with it. Hypixel's Pocket Edition was paused until Pocket Edition moved into beta, which later turned into a full-scale cancellation of both Hypixel Pocket Edition and the Hypixel app throughout the rest of the year. Speed UHC, Football, Mini Walls, and Sky Clash were added throughout the year as well. Hypixel ended the year with very exciting news regarding Hypixel's mysterious non-Minecraft game, Hytale, the first time in years that the community received an update, confirming the release of new games for the new year, as well as a mysterious project known as Infinity. Now we begin 2017. The year started off strong with the prototype lobbies release, including the most popular game mode in Hypixel, Bed Wars, and duels on the Hypixel network. Murder Mystery was added, which is still one of the most popular modes on the network. The classic lobby went live. 6 of the older and less active Hypixel game modes were added to it. The lobby still uses the original main lobby all the way back from 2013. Hypixel announced that they would be partnering with NetEase Minecraft Chinese publishing company to release a limited exclusive version of Hypixel. China Hypixel was the second largest Minecraft server, second only to its international version. Bed Wars and Murder Mystery became the first prototype games to be fully released. The server received multiple updates for the friend and guild system, achievements, lobbies, and queuing. Closing off the year was the addition of the MVP++ rank, a monthly subscription adding new features for the MVP Plus players that purchased the rank. MVP++ addition to the server provided a more stable source of income for the Hypixel team. 2018 was mostly smooth sailing with a stable source of income from the new rank and a more secure position as the top Minecraft server. The second non-Minecraft mode on the network, Duels, was properly released shortly thereafter, with new modes and maps followed by The Bridge, which has since become a Duels mode as well. Zombies and Hide and Seek was released to the arcade lobby with all new achievements, challenges, game modes, Easter eggs, and more. The store added a new golden currency, and Hypixel founded their official Discord. Capture the Wool was also added as a prototype game in the middle of all of this, and the first Hypixel tournament was hosted starting with Bed Wars. Hypixel Studios was finally presented to the community along with the reveal of Hytale and a trailer of the gameplay. 2019 was just as crazy, with a few large updates that had a huge impact. The addition of Tower Wars to the prototype lobby, as well as another new tournament for Sky Wars. Big announcements came, starting with the removal of Sky Clash, which was the most disliked staff announcement on the forums to this day. The server had been slowly becoming less populated since its peak in 2017, of around 65,000 players on at once. Some players began to speculate whether Hypixel would go down the way of Mineplex, draining players more and more until its eventual deaths. The massively popular Skyblock game mode was officially released on the Hypixel, and quickly became one of the most popular Minecraft games of all time. Minecraft Monday was announced with hundreds of YouTubers competing against each other in various minigames for a cash prize, which increased the player count. Skyblock's player count grew to an unimaginable number. Hypixel was peaking at around 65 concurrent players per day, about 30 times the player count of their competitors. Entering 2020, along with the massive hype brought about from the Skyblock release, it was given its own unique rules in January. 2020 was a crazy year, and that most people across the world were sent home from work, school, or somewhere else for quarantine to prevent the virus from spreading even further. With billions kept home, many turned to video games, including Minecraft. As a result, Hypixel's player count soared once again, and peaked in April at over 100,000 players at once for the first time in Minecraft server history. A brand new part of the Hypixel network was released called Hypixel Alpha, allowing 150 players comprised of staff, YouTubers, and MVP++ players to test out new Skyblock dungeon updates. Although bane waves do happen frequently on Hypixel, this one was unexpected and it made huge news in the community. Not only was it a large ban wave, for the first time that either of these modes have had a ban wave in a while, but that the wave caught a massive portion of a very high guild called the Offensive Guild. Since the ban wave drama has ended, Hypixel has been doing quite well for itself, with a brand new beta replay system for YouTube reports, highlights, and more. Hypixel Studios also have been bought by Riot Games, the studio behind Valorant and League of Legends. Another major game that was removed from Hypixel was Crazy Walls, a nostalgic game back in the early days of Hypixel. As Christmas is the holiday season, Hypixel allowed people to gift ranks to anybody in a lobby, guild, or friends list. The players that gifted other ranks got exclusive gadgets and other items. Hypixel made a huge amount of money, and at sometimes people weren't even seen with a regular rank. Starting the year of 2021, the Hypixel network hit 150,000 players. On April 16, Hypixel broke 200,000 members on the server, a huge accomplishment for all the admins. One huge feature added to Hypixel was the release of SMPs for players with the MVP++ rank. These SMPs allowed players to play on their own private survival servers. From June 15th to the 22nd, a massive DDoS attack happened on Hypixel, causing the server to be down for 5 days. This led to normal Hypixel players trying to find alternative servers to play on. As Minecraft started to persuade people to migrate accounts, with Hypixel offering personal boosters for migrating early. On December 1st, Hypixel started to further enforce the rules of migration to a Microsoft account. Hypixel started to make certain game modes unplayable without the verification of migration. During the start of 2022, Hypixel released a new server trailer that featured many of the new games that weren't featured before. Another classic game was removed called Tower Wars. This was another huge disappointment in the Hypixel community. On March 15th, Hypixel added War Wars. Hypixel also made a very significant change on the Hypixel lobby, which hasn't been changed for the past 4 years. Well, that is the timeline of Hypixel. The journey of Hypixel has taken us from a limit of 1,000 members at once to an average of tens of thousands of players joining every day. It has changes the server, admins, game modes, and mainly us. If you did enjoy this video, please do consider subscribing and liking the video, as it would help the video reach more people. This video took a lot of planning and editing, and it would mean a lot if you subscribed. Thanks a lot, and we'll catch you in the next one.